Awesome. We're going to take a 3-minute break real quick. I'm going to get a drink because I've been talking for 47 minutes. And then we'll be we'll be right back. Guys in chat, hang out. Can't wait to get started. Thank you very much. Give me 1 second.
I helped playtest this world for about 4 hours. It was great.
How'd that go?
Terribly. It went absolutely fucking terrible, which made it all the more funny. Shit. Yeah, I just have it up, man. I don't know. It's you can do just roll Roll20 in Discord, but
I think he was saying earlier not to have the stream up because he's got some of the DM stuff we're not supposed to see.
well, I don't have it like on the visible screen because I have 2 monitors.
It's alright. If I catch him metagaming, I'll just kill his character.
How you gonna catch me?
Huh?
How you gonna catch me?
Don't think I don't know shit. Try to call me out on stuff that only I know about. Go ahead. I hear you got my stream up. What's up? Now, he's got my stream up because we were showing the big map, babe. That's all. I told him to. I told him to. All right, so
well, maybe I have the stream up because I'm trying to support a friend.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
I see how it is.
Yeah.
I see how it is. Let me just take it down real quick.
Keep it up. Just do the underline thing so it goes down to the start menu. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks. I appreciate y'all waiting. I thought it'd only be a minute. All right. So y'all ready to get started? I'm ready to go. I just want to let you all know I've been looking forward to this for like all freaking week with y'all. Actually, for weeks. Actually, Eric, do you know when when I started? You know when I started talking about doing a D&D game?
When?
November.
Holy shit.
Met that I got your stream up.
Last year?
Yeah, I brought it up. There was a chat about it. You were in it. Donut was in it. I think you were in it. Stifler was in it. Even Jazz was talking about playing. Solid's gonna play if she gets into it. So we're gonna figure it out. So hopefully we'll take a party of 2 to a party of like 6. It'll be great. Then we'll get bigger than Critical Role. Because we're funnier than they are. They have a lot of money sunk into their shit, though. All right. Yeah, they do. All right. All right, Method, I'm checking. Hey, go ahead and it doesn't matter, man. Everything I don't want you to see is all checked off anyway. It's all blocked out. So we got Fog of War and Darkness and all that cool stuff. So that's actually a provision in here that's pretty awesome. So, all right. We're going to start with a die roll. I need both of you to roll a die 10. Just one.
I got a 2.
That's awesome.
100%.
Just a straight roll. Awesome. Awesome. This makes me so happy. Also, I have so many freaking dice because I'm going to keep some physical ones out. This is insane. Guys, I have way too many dice. Not that that's a possibility ever in the world. It's not real. It's not a thing. But I have a lot.
You lie. Did you hear about that truck that fell over with a bunch of dice in it and it just fucking all over the freeway, just D20s?
No, it didn't.
No, seriously, look it up.
Oh, 20 sided. I thought you meant it rolled a bunch of 20s. Like, no, it didn't, bro. I can't even roll that many.
I mean, it did. Because, like, it fell over and, like, crashed and just, like, all over the road, just... Hey, this... I'm gonna look it up real quick.
There had to be at least a few 20s.
Yeah, but not all 20s. I thought he meant like it rolled all 20s. Like, no, it didn't. There's no way. All right, so I'm going to keep a couple physical dice out. Guys, if you're just tuning in, thanks for hanging out. It's the first session, so we're a little bump and go. We know what we're doing. We just translating it to doing this online is a little new. So thank you very much for coming. Hope you guys, if you like it, stick around. Hit with a follow. Method streaming also. Hit him with a follow. And, hey, do I got a mod in chat? Can somebody give him a shout out, actually?
Yep, I found it. Truck carrying game dice spills onto highway, rolls a perfect 756,000.
Yeah. No mods? All right, cool. Give me a shout out for Method real quick here. He's one of our other players. I would shout Eric out, but he doesn't stream, so he's just here. I'll give him a shout out anyway. He's awesome. Hell yeah. Hey, if you guys are new here, I appreciate you coming by. Go ahead and hit that follow. Come join the workshop. Exclamation Discord. Y'all can come out and hang out. And give me a follow on Twitter. We'll let you know when we're going live. So we stream Dungeons & Dragons. We stream, well, this is the first time. We do a lot of video game stuff. And then I stream at Apex a lot. And then we work in the workshop. So thanks a lot. Crazy! What's up, buddy? Ah. All right. If y'all missed the intro, this is our whole new, brand new homebrew D&D world. Doing amazing. You're just in time. We're about to actually really get started. All right, so. Yes. All right, one sec. Woo! All right, guys. Captured by the Drow. You wouldn't wish this fate on anyone, yet here you are, locked in a dark cave. The cold, heavy weight of metal tight around your throat and wrists. You're not alone. Other prisoners are trapped in here with you, in an underground outpost far from the light of the sun. Haha. If you guys zoom out, you can see, I'll introduce you to why some of the areas are unmarked and what's going on. You guys should just see darkness except for the areas that have unmarked.
Is that
nice.
A fish person?
It's working. Don't worry about that. Hold on. We'll get there. Your captors include a cruel drow priestess who calls herself Mistress Elvara of House Mizram. Over the past several days, you've met her several times, robed in silken garments and flanked by 2 male drow, one of whom has a massive scars along one side of his face and neck. Mistress Elvara likes to impress her will with scourge in hand and remind you that your life now belongs to her. Accept your fate, learn to obey, and you may survive. Her words echo in your memory, even as you plot your escape. You all sit in a chamber approximately 15 feet across and roughly 30 feet from the gate to the back wall. All right. Bro, I totally guessed that too. That's awesome because you can't see the grid through the map. All right.
You really can't.
That's okay. All the tokens on this map are set. The maps are all set to quick snap to squares, so you won't be overlapping squares or anything. It will come into conflict a little bit with some of the walls on the map and such, because it's in a cave. But we'll work around that and we'll do it just like we normally would. If the 5-foot square that your character snaps into, if there's a wall that runs into it, stuff like that, we'll just roll with it. We'll assume the wall goes around that square, and we're not going to make too much of an issue with that. Awesome, Crazy. Thanks, brother. So, right now, I'll give you an idea. There are 3, 6, 10 others in here with you. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, I missed one icon, but that's okay. Actually, yeah, I missed one token, but it's okay. We'll do it without for right now. 4, 6. Did I? 4, 8, 11. Yeah, it's okay. All right. The cool part is, that's where you're at. I'm going to leave you there. There is a so the number that you rolled on the die in chat is the number of days you have actually been here.
Oh.
All right. So some of the information that you know that you've been able to garner from the guards, whether they hold it over your head in their haughty pompousness, being Drow, thinking they're better than everyone else, or from communications with the other prisoners. So the general rhythm of the day is that being that there are 12 of you, any 4 of you have been picked and are out running your slave shift here. They basically are running labor, and you're working labor for the Drow until the next shift. 24 hours, there is always a contingent of the 4 of you, or of the 12 of you out and doing menial jobs. They've been having you do everything from dusting the stairs to washing the walls of this cave with water from the waterfall there that's located next to the rather large bridge between a couple of the platforms. The number 5 that I'll let you guys see, kind of orient you to the cave, is a lift. That lift is man-powered. You know this because you've been forced to use it. There are among the Drow. There's also several Quaggoth, which, whether you know about them or not, you've overheard what they're called. And there is actually one imprisoned with you also, who has enlightened you to their presence. But that would be this token right there, if you guys want to zoom in on it. Just to kind of look at what they look like. All right, there are several other captives of several races. There is a Kuotoa. There is a dwarven female. She looks to be of a hill dwarf race and says that she was formerly a cleric, or is a cleric that's been taken captive. The Kuotoa is the fish-looking thing. I'm sorry, this is the Quaggoth here. There is an individual in the cave with you that up until at first, until after a little bit of interaction with others in the prison cell, looked like a giant mushroom until it started moving. It makes no sound. However, you notice that several of the other prisoners have spoken for it, or sound like they have spoken for it, until it actually threw spores and was able to speak to several of you through telepathically through what you can only assume was some method of transmission through the spores. There is also, although the Drow take him with them, a severely injured orc who they seem to enjoy tormenting just by forcing him to get up because he is so badly injured. But most notably among the prisoners is the Drow. And he has, as much as everyone else has at least been somewhat conversational and has, there seems to be at least some common mind, even though it would seem that there's a lot of contention between individuals. There seems to be at least a common mind for survival among most of the prisoners. The Drow himself keeps to himself and does not talk. He will not talk to anyone else. He just seems to resign to be where he is, and almost as if he's lost his own spirit. If you didn't know anything about the Drow before coming here, if your characters didn't know anything, one thing just from the interaction, and it may just be the captors, but you've noticed that this community of them, at least, is very, very stuck on themselves, very haughty, and, are you making pizza?
Who?
Smelled it. Huh? Kitten's making pizza. So, the fact that he is here and imprisoned, they seem to enjoy tormenting him more than even the rest of you. Oh, that's why I missed it. It's another elf. It's another orc. Here, I'm going to drop another orc token in here really quick, and then we'll be good to go. So as of right now, the orc that is, he actually is a half orc. After closer examination, is dark in here. The Drow don't keep any light here. If it's necessary for some of you to see, they will the guards will allow a torch in the party, but at any point in time, even when the torch is moving with your group to go do your chores, labor, whatever you want to call it, even the torch is heavily guarded because fire can be a weapon, and they refuse to acknowledge that, or they refuse to let anybody be alone with it. There we go. One of the individuals doesn't work. I forgot to drop his token.
All right. Locked in a cave in a cage.
The several of the guards have made mention of the idea that you and this group will be taken to Menzo Berenson to be sold on slave auction. They seem to be doing only enough to keep the half-orc alive, knowing that there's a priestess here. She doesn't seem to be too concerned with keeping him healthy, just alive and saleable. It's on y'all. I see it on methods. He's like, shit. Oh, by the way, in case it wasn't clear, none of your equipment is on you. You're all wearing the clothing that you had that had nothing to do with any of your armor, equipment. Your bags have all been taken, your weapons.
Damn, where's the rogue when you need him?
And none of you remembers how you got here. You just know that all of a sudden you woke up and you were. Although, which one of you? Barathis. How do you want me to pronounce that? Barathis? Barathis?
Barathis.
Barathis? Methrodius? Okay. So Barathis, due to the fact you've been here about 2 days, again, nobody seems to remember how they got here, but you're really sore, man. Just muscular sore everywhere. Seem to be tending a wound that you didn't know that you had. Seems to be a piercing wound that was in your abdomen, and it was bound up when you woke. However, it hurts like a bitch.
Telling you.
Bertaz?
Oh, wait.
How do we say that?
Bertaz.
Bertaz? Okay.
Bertaz.
It's funny that you actually feel the same, or not feel the same, but you did when you had arrived. It's been almost a week now since that soreness went away, but all of the other prisoners seem to convey something similar. Not necessarily in the same area, but all something similar. All right.
How long have you guys been down here?
So far for me, it's been 7 days.
The rest of them all mentioned that they've been here for anywhere between 3 and 10 days. Veritas, you've seen several of more of them come in, not just Barathas. So you were here
Is he
before
the
a couple of
newest?
them. He is.
Is anybody have an inkling of an idea how the hell we got here?
From what I've seen, we've all been wounded and woken up, patched up, but nobody can remember how they got their wounds.
Let's see.
Strange indeed. Probably some magic. Or maybe a knockout.
How bad is your injury?
Well, I don't know. I haven't really taken the bandage. Probably should, but the bitch hurts. So, which one was the one that was badly injured?
Was the
Was it the half-orc?
Yeah, there's a half orc. He's actually out for labor right now. But it's been based on the schedules they've been keeping. It seems to be 3 8-hour shifts. He should be back, and you're roughly estimating because you're in a dark cave, right? But they should be returning soon.
I have dark vision.
Mm-hmm. So what you can see is outside of the gate is basically what you're able to see.
Do the drow that are holding us captive hate if we, since we couldn't use our torches, if I'm casting light and stuff, am I getting, like, beat the shit beat out of me for doing it?
You haven't tried it yet. To give you an idea, also, I understand that there's, like, you guys see water and stuff down there below. Meth, because I know you know how dark vision works. I know, Eric, you probably know how dark vision works. Part of the reason why I didn't highlight more than I had to show you guys the bridges and the webs is just because it's a long drop, so you're just not gonna see what's down there. So, okay. You're sweet.
Those wires or those fucking... Looks like webs to me. Deep abyss. Quite a drop. Fine.
Yeah, from what you saw, and they obviously, as they were moving you guys around, don't want you to be too nosy and really don't, they have no interest in you looking around to learn things, they want you getting out or anything. But there's some pretty thick spider webs, and actually some of them are even involved in holding up some of the bridges.
It would seem they have some formidable pets at their disposal.
It would seem so. So what is your name?
I am Bertos. What is yours?
I am Barathus Methrodius.
Pleasure to meet you.
I would be pleased to meet you as well, my friend, but it seems we are in quite a predicament.
I've been trying to plan how to get out of here for days, but have not made much progress as of yet.
What have you all gotten so far?
That pizza is hot. Okay,
That pizza is hot.
You know there are several guard towers. The Quaggoth sleeping areas to the north, up these stairs, this flight of stairs that Bertaz has cleaned about 5 times. There's a guard tower in the opposite direction also, on the other side of the lift, past it several, I think 100, 150 feet, something like that. These cutouts in the cave down here also are, if I remember correctly, those are sleeping quarters, and you've been guarded while cleaning the 2 that are unlabeled are sleeping quarters, and the like almost barracks for the drow. Very simple, beds, footlockers, and then the one that's labeled 3 is a general mess hall, where there is definitely some labor, cleaning, sweeping.
Would I have gathered that pretty much the only way out is through that man-powered lift?
You don't know where it goes.
Ah.
You just know it's there.
So you're saying we have a possibility for escape, but some will have to stay back.
Pretty much at this point in time.
How many?
Would I have gathered how many are there?
How many do you take to power the lift?
Oh. I think you said like 1 or 2 people?
To power it, there are 2 Quaggoth that are there at all times, and you guys, if you are working the lift at any point in time, you're just helping to heave it up. It is literally just heaved up on a windlass, or not a windlass, but yeah, I don't know, the crank thing, like a capstan on a ship. And then it's big enough to put about 3 or 4 people in.
Anybody know how to pick this lock to our cage?
Nothing.
Sorry, pizza in my mouth. There is no, however, not among the group of people that are with you.
How
It
thick
looks like it
is
would be
this?
pickable if somebody had the opportunity. Snake, what's up?
Oh god, that guy.
Yeah, solid. I was thinking more like like on a, but yeah, just the words, damn it. But yeah, you know what I mean. Snake, thanks for the sound, man. How you doing, brother? It looks like it would probably be pickable also. It looks like it would probably also be pickable, but no one here has any experience with that or ability to do that.
How thick is it?
The gate itself?
Yes.
That's actually what I was looking at right now. It's pretty sturdy. I mean, it's pretty sturdy iron. It looks like the weak point would probably be the mechanism itself, the locking mechanism itself. But it looks like it's a pretty sturdy gate.
Could I unarmed strike it open?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we need to do that.
So, who's
I had a
ready
feeling there
for
was going to be the one thing that came up that I wasn't ready for. So it is going to be a. Oh, that's easy. Breaking the lock and forcing open requires. Yeah, sure. Who's trying it?
I will. I just want to talk a little more to the actual other people of the group.
Sure.
What the hell is that? A mushroom person?
Who's the ones that are out right now?
The half orc, the drow, the big fish quatoa, and one of these Sverfneblin. I hate that freaking. I can never pronounce it. Sverfneblin. They're dark gnomes.
Yeah.
They look like a dark, twisted, evil gnome. But they seem to be. So they seem to be also twins, or related at least. But there's also just something really weird about them. So the guards keep them apart.
Weird.
Yep.
So everybody else is in good health for the most part, except for the orc.
Manageable, yeah.
All right. So who has idea of how we can escape? I can get the door open, but we still need someone to lift the lift. And if I'm at a loss for words, So I can bust the gate open. Quite. I would like to do this when all members of the party are here. Or all members of the cave. I'm going to start calling members of the cave.
Members of the cave.
Members of the cave.
Cave members!
Us members of the cave. When they go to switch out between people, how about we just beat their ass, take the weapons, and so we can continue on.
I would like to leave, so I am willing.
And you others?
At any point in time, the guards move with a no less than 1-to-1 of prisoners to guards.
So when they transport
Just
them
so
back,
you.
there's 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys want
Aw,
to wait
thanks, kitten.
and
Love you.
have the 4 that are leaving start the fight? I break the gate, I go in, and we will rush them and overtake them. How does that sound?
Several of them. Well, the mushroom lets you know that he doesn't think that he'll be any good in a fight. Let's see. This is where some of the characters are actually gonna start coming out of this. The Drow starts laughing at you from his depraved little silent corner in the cave about the foolishness of your plan. Um,
What do you think you could You think you could give me something better to work with?
the
Drow scum.
you even as a prisoner, he takes the attitude that he's better than all of you, even though they treat him rougher. Uh, you think you think so much of yourselves. You know nothing. They'll kill you and throw you to the spiders before you even think about it.
Since I've been there 7 days, would I be able to have a rough estimate of how many different guards I've seen?
Yeah, sure. So not sure who fills what role as far as that, because you know you're not going to interview them and stuff. But as far as individuals, um, you know of roughly between talking to you and the other prisoners, putting a count together, roughly about 19 Drow. Uh, Almost as many of the Quaggoth, who are in their own right quite ferocious. One of whom, I'm not sure if they're part of that or if he's from somewhere else, is sitting in the prison with you. And I'll give you a rundown on that here in a second because, where'd he at? He's also the one that's imprisoned with you. Seems to be a little out of his mind. But just based on his looking at him, these things are pretty big. They're still medium-sized creatures, but they're pretty hulking. And then also some of the other, not everyone has seen them, but some of the other prisoners claim that they have seen Drow either riding or working with, because he's kind of tight to ride in here, so it's hard to believe, but maybe in other parts of the cave, riding or either using or working with several giant spiders, but it's hard to put a count on how many.
Then I'm gonna rescind my earlier comment of being willing to start this fight. I'm gonna look at Barathas and say it might be better to try a more discreet route. They quite outnumber us.
I could take them all on.
You might be taking them alone then.
I think you might be correct on that.
The Kuatoa, the fish creature, who actually is, oh, he's out on duty right now. No issues. He doesn't have an opinion. Hmm. Let's see. What can I give you? Where can we go?
They
here?
haven't. I haven't cast any kind of magic or anything else, and no one's seen me do so. Correct?
Have not. No. I mean, you haven't said anything about it, so no.
Just meant the 7 days prior.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
But how would we go about being more discreet? Mushroom Man, what is your name? I don't want to keep calling you Mushroom Man. It seems kind of derivative of your species.
he beams you a thought. That said that it's completely unintelligible in any. Actually, hold on a second. That's not exactly true. What do you speak?
Primordial and common.
That's an interesting question. Hold on a second. I was sitting here wondering, like, why did he take this language? I swear, dude, if it pops up like in the first hour of this game, I swear. Uh,
Is she laughing at me for picking
yeah.
primordial?
No, well, no, she's laughing at what I just said because it's like gonna be a thorn in the side of like, oh wow, holy shit, that actually happened. Um, it's just one of those things you never, you know. Um, yeah, no, he has no spoken language. It basically is completely unintelligible. When he tries to speak his name, and then he in infers you should just call him Sprout.
Sprout. Alright, if that's what you'd like to be called. Do you have any abilities other than I know you can do the spores? Is there any way you could control the spores to cause a reaction to the gods? Like sleep or
Uh,
paralysis?
he says he tried, but he didn't. It didn't work, and he's not sure why.
So for the parameters of your spores, is it only for living creatures?
He's
Thanks,
not sure
okay.
what you mean by living.
They might be undead. Or are we confirmed that these are actual drow, like,
No, like he's
guards?
just confused about like you said living, and he's just confused. So, some of what he's able to do is come through with some words. Some of it, like because it triggers certain words in your brain. Some of it, like he doesn't understand the concept, so to translate it to you, it's hard for your brain to attach language to it. RK, what's up, man? Thanks for lurking. Hang on, dude. So,
Can I?
being that his telepathy is it's picture based, right? Like language is picture. So like he's not able to translate that correctly necessarily. So he's able to communicate, but it's really rudimentary.
Hmm.
What's up?
Can I do something to test the reaction time of the guards?
Do whatever you want.
I'm gonna along the stair pathway. I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy, or however you're supposed to pronounce that, and
Okay.
I'm gonna just make them tremor. Uh, it's supposed to be harmless tremor, so just enough that it could get their attention.
Yeah, let me check that really quick. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's right. Hey, do something really quick. Totally off topic, but important, because I think we were bumping into this earlier. I was wondering why this was happening. I couldn't understand. Tell me right now if your character sheet changes pages.
It does.
That's awesome. So we have joint control over the window. Okay. So thaumaturgy. Okay. So for future Memphis Minor Wonder Assigner. Great one. Okay. Awesome. You can cast it?
Oh, I didn't realize I had to
No, it's fine. You're gonna cast it, right?
get it. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Nothing happens.
Hmm.
However, you feel like you just burned a spell slot.
It's a cantrip, though.
Yep. I know they're like you still understand what that's gonna feel like. Like you're a magic wielder, right? So like you still are gonna
Mm-hmm.
understand what that energy leaving your body and actually doing that feels like, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you get that feeling, you know it should have happened, nothing happened.
Interesting.
Thanks,
So,
man.
seems like magic is kind of useless here.
So nothing happened, or did the guards just not come?
Nothing happened. He summoned a tremor and the ground didn't shake.
Strange.
And I burned a spell slot doing it.
Nice try, but seems we'll have to take a more physical approach to this. Like I said, I can bust open the gate with my hands. It's
Well,
just a matter of what do we do from there.
I'm not much of a fighter, so, and it seems my spells are now useless. So I'm not gonna be too much help.
What are you, like a shield and cross?
Mm. You could say that.
Oh, dear God. How did you get here? Aren't you usually with your brethren in the temple?
That can be a story for when we're not all captive.
Well, I don't see anything but time on our hands, my friend.
Fair enough. I wander alone and preach. Preach of my God. How did you pronounce that one, Josh?
I gotta look it up. It's so many vowels. I
I know,
used it.
that's why.
I combined two words. I combined two core words like to do that.
Is that like
Emolinway.
Mullenway. Okay. I worship the firing one Mullenway. And I've pretty much been alone most of my life, raised through the church, and I wanted to wander on my own for a bit. And, well, you can see how well that's going.
Can't let the kids out too early. There we go. That's the page I needed.
I say we fucking wing it.
Wing it. Wing away.
So I'd like to bust open the cage doors with unarmed strike. Which I don't see that here.
Huh. Okay. So there's two ways I'm gonna do this. I'm trying to determine between the two because it's remember there used to be like object hardness and hit points and all that stuff. I couldn't find it earlier. I'm trying to find it again, or else we're gonna go with something else. So, okay, and okay, sure. Roll to hit.
I'm trying to find it.
You're on armed
I'm not
strike.
seeing it. Okay. There
It's
it
up
is.
there under attacks.
I know.
You hit it under claws. It's at the top. Yeah, so you just click on the name of the attack.
Yeah. I saw. It was just I had something pulled up right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 19 and 20.
So 19. Because you don't get advantage on a wall. It is a
True.
gate, but just, on a wall. Yeah, no, you hit the lock mechanism square with your fist. Mm-hmm. And, it does not break. Made a hell of a noise, though.
To do what to do. Slightly shocked.
Yeah, that hurt like a bitch.
No, I have iron palms as a monk. I don't really feel.
You've got furry feet. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do we have to go check DMs and show you what I got? Bitch, I'm like Tiger from fucking Kung Fu Panda.
Mm-hmm. Calm down, Lion-O.
I didn't feel a thing.
I don't know. I'll have to see half pint.
So,
You know you hit it solid.
yeah.
It doesn't seem to have done any damage, but it hurts like a bitch.
So it seems we'll have to wait until
His
the
hands are
guards
fur
come to
padded
do
though,
shift
so
change.
it probably doesn't hurt as much as if somebody else did it.
You call me a furry?
No, but he's a cat man. Meow 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 meow.
I'm a cat man trained in the art of fuck you.
Here's his character picture right here. I found the most monkish one that I could find. So
I changed it.
okay, so there's an avatar and there's a token. Like the token's the one that comes up on the map. So we're gonna put that back. But no, if you can find something else you want, that's cool too. I'm just gonna keep it round for uniformity with everything else. And because I paid $6 to get tokens, so for your character. So
I guess we just wait till the guards come back at this point.
Yep. When is the next shift change?
well, the guards are on their way. You hear footsteps. The metal on metal inside a underground cavern wasn't quiet. It wasn't extremely loud, but when echoes ring out, and two Quaggoth come to the cage on either side of one of the Drow guards. He comes in and at first he doesn't say anything. He's just looking. And in a sneering, pompous asshole way, decides that he just... Huh? What? Okay. In his snidish, pompous asshole way, laughs at you. He says, "You think you'll break out, fools?"
Can I hit him?
As soon as no, he's out of reach. As soon as the transport is here, you're all doomed. You may as well resign yourselves to your life now. You may survive to be slaves. And he walks away.
Our best
I-
chance to escape maybe after they bring us up to the transport area.
After he walks out, a couple minutes late go by. Like I had mentioned, he is close to shift change. As best as you can figure, you guys have been having a conversation about this for about 30 minutes, playing back and forth with ideas and trying to figure out what you're gonna do. The guards come back with the 4, carry the orc in and drop him on his face on the floor. And they push the drow so hard into the cage that he almost falls to his knees. The what is his name? I'm sorry. I said Sprout, right? His name's Stool. Sorry. Is that right? Let me double check. Yeah, his name is Stool. The mushroom-ish. And the larger functional orc who is not injured. The other dark gnome, deep gnome. And let's see. This is him. This is you. There is a dragonborn. Also, he's been in there. They take him as well.
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep this separate on the map just so I can remember who you guys are and who they are.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got you.
Okay. Cool.
So are we? So we talk to the other 4 and tell them that we're gonna wait till transport, and then once transport shows, we will plan our escape from there.
They agree. They're not sure when that's going to be. Based on what the guards have been telling them, it's anywhere from a couple days because the transport is late to, it's they come here once a month, so it's at least coming soon. So within the next couple weeks.
Can we fast forward time until then?
Don't worry about it.
I guess I'm just gonna sit and wait until it's time.
I mean, kind of me too at that point.
If you're about 2 hours later, don't worry. I'm not gonna make you role play sit in a cage for 30 days. Come on now.
You sure?
No faith. No faith.
Do some cage fighting.
About 2 hours after duty switch. As best you can figure, it's around dinner. Or what would serve as dinner time in most cultures. Shift change and stuff, sleep schedule, it gets really monotonous. Meth, it's like being on staff duty for like 3 weeks straight. It just gets old after a while and you don't care what day it is anymore.
God.
Yeah. So, a single Drow, and you've seen him before, is he's the one he's scarred up on his face and his neck. One of his hands seems to not quite work. Just quite right. Seems to have some trouble now and then. Both of you roll a 20. Let's see who gets highest. Doesn't matter. So to roll random dice too, if you guys, okay, cool. There's also a command for that. I don't know if you guys used that or if it was whatever, but you can
R.
Yeah, you can slash R and then your dice count. So 1d20, 4d6, 32, d100. It'll roll them all. So 18, 10. Okay, Bertaz, you're closest to the cage, or closest to the gate.
Okay.
The Drow that has been bringing you meals the last couple days shows back up with bowls and begins passing them to you to distribute.
Okay. All right.
And he takes back your other ones. If I could give you a means to escape from here, would you take it?
I would. What's the catch? Why would you help us?
My business is none of your concern. The next guard shift, I will accompany. Or the next duty shift, I will accompany and make the swap. I will leave the door open.
Noted.
There is an armory.
As I look at him. Sorry.
I will cause a distraction. There is an armory. It's above the guard tower just in front of your cell. And it's right, if you're looking at the map, he's talking about this right here. On that ping. Once you get out, it's none of my concern what happens to you. There's a waterfall. There is a pool. There's a web structure. Figure it out.
Oh, you're gonna get me. You're gonna let me eat some, right?
That's why I showed you.
He as he's talking to you, he's like super nervous. At least he's not speaking to you as if he's nervous, but he's some of his body language. He's a little over his looking over his shoulder, a little spotty, kind of hanging out. Alright, he's just he looks up the stairs really quick. He's glancing, he's not even looking at you as he's talking to you. He's just looking around.
Can I overhear the conversation, or is it whispered between the two?
It's very silent, however, that's up to Bert.
I mean, he's technically
Yeah.
next to me. I'm
So,
good with him being able to hear too.
are you? Will you accept it, or are you going to stay here?
I'll kind of stay awake.
I will accept.
I'm so fucking tired. We moved shit today.
Then we are done. And he walks
I've
away.
been drinking since fucking 9 o'clock this morning.
So what?
I said we've been moving stuff today, and I've been drinking since 9 o'clock this morning.
And you drove home.
I'm not that drunk. I had 2 slices of pizza and 4 bottles of water.
Go to the couch. Go to the couch.
So the ones they brought back are the dwarf female, who Veritas, just by her manner and the way that you she has interacted with you guys, you have hit off at least a little bit of rapport. You guys have been at least conversational with some of the other prisoners in here, right? You know that her name is Eldith, and she is she was a scout for her people. You know, she really wants to get out and get back home. One of the Sverfniblin. Method, have you ever heard that word pronounced anywhere else?
Bearsniblian?
Sverfniblin? I don't know. The deep gnome people, the like really screwed up one. The like they took every vowel in Scrabble and tried to cheat. Those ones. I don't know. Whatever.
Send me the text for
the deep
like,
gnome.
actual name.
Yeah, that's SVIRF.
No, just send it to me because I'm not gonna be. If I could see it, I could say it. But if I hear it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can sound it out too. I learned in 3rd grade, but that's not the point. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna type it to you, and then I really just want to hear you try because holy shit, this shouldn't even be this should be illegal. In case you guys are wondering in chat, this is how you spell it. That's a word. Congratulations, thank you, Gary Gax. Your legacy lives on. Anyway, the other one is one of the gnome twins. The Kuotoa fish guy, who y'all are pretty sure is crazy, but nobody has tried to really figure out how yet. Other than he refers to himself in as a prince and actually either of you speak Elven, right? One of you does. I think Bertaz does, right?
I'm looking. I don't remember what languages I picked.
Oh.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so you're able to gather because he only speaks in the most proper Elven language that he has declared himself, or declared to you, or let you guys know more than once that he is royalty and a prince of an Elven kingdom called Nelrindenvane. Wow.
Nelvrenden.
This should be illegal. Yeah. Yup. So here it is, Sverfneblin. I was right. Sverfneblin. Nelrindenvane. There we go.
Nelundenvin.
Yeah, that's what I said. None of you have ever heard of this elven kingdom, so you figure he must be from a distant, like from afar. However, he's also not an elf. So he swears though that he's been polymorphed, which, knowing the Drow, because you don't actually know anything about them, knowing that you don't know anything about them, it's totally possible. Yeah. And there's also, oh, that's the one I didn't put. There's a Drow who is basically like a dark dwarf. They're a race of dark dwarf. And he is, oh no, he's not. Never mind. I replaced him with somebody. Don't worry about it. He doesn't exist. Okay. So those are
Alright.
the ones that just came back.
Create your distraction. Don't worry, we will all be ready.
This is about so about 6 hours after, give or take, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't gonna say nothing half pint, but okay. Alright, if there's anything you guys want to do in between now and then, it's fine. Take a nap, get some sleep. We can fast forward through that. That's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to get that spell slot back.
Okay. Cool. Like to get what?
That spell slot you told me I burned back.
Short rest.
Yeah, you should get it back. I mean, it's a cantrip anyway, right?
Yeah.
So you didn't actually lose it, but like I told you, you felt like
Okay.
you
I
felt like you
misunderstood.
definitely burned magical energy, the equivalent
We're
of what
back.
would have been burning a 0-level spell slot. So you know the spell went off, it didn't have any effect.
I misunderstood. Good to know.
That's alright. No, if that's fine. If there's questions, man, ask.